Won 400,000. Originally planned to go home. Just my friend from Zhuhai sent me a message saying he will come to Macau for a day in the afternoon. His whole family loves to play baccarat. So as long as the family has a holiday every week, everyone must come to Macau. His father would bring anywhere from 500,000 to 1 million each time. But they are people who have more self-control. If you win 500,000 yuan, you will stop playing immediately. Even if you lose 500,000 yuan, you will stop playing immediately. His mother is one of the more crazy types. Each time you start with a capital of 20,000. I can't stop even after I lose. But I won tens of thousands. He can also stop in time. He won't win money as long as I do. Instead, I specifically look at the kind of dragon that has opened 7 dealers or players in a row in the casino. Then if you win the first round of 10,000, it will be 20,000. If you win again, it will be 40,000 to pass the third level. Then call it a day. If you lose the first round, just keep looking for the dragon. Of course he doesn't win often. But the scariest time was when I left my 2 children at home. No matter who comes to Macau. Crazy gambling and lost 500,000. It is said that his father calmed down a lot after he got angry. The strange thing is, my friends always have a little fun every time they come to Macau. In the United States, I only go to Las Vegas for a little fun. In his opinion, gambling is a road of no return. We are similar age. Similar family background. The ideas are quite different. So someone asked, do you have money to gamble? Or do you gamble only if the casino has no money? This question really cannot be answered. Now that I think about it, I'm so envious. Think about it too. A person has no worries about food and clothing. Driving a luxury car, living in a mansion, accompanied by beautiful women. Although not as good as Wang Sikong. But I am living a better life than many people. I could have lived a life like this. Closer to home. I'll go back to win first. Go to New Lisboa. Because the order of winning money yesterday was to go to win first and then to Lisboa. Maybe this is a feng shui array. So it cannot be changed. But the funny thing is, wrong direction. Plus there are many casinos. Inexplicably walked into Lisboa. The 2 casinos Lisboa and Grand Lisboa belong to the same. One on the left. For those who are here for the first time, it's really hard to tell. 1. It's easy to win 200,000 in Lisboa. But then I suddenly discovered, this doesn't seem to be the Grand Lisboa. So I ran back to the Grand Lisboa again. I want to win 1 million. Ever since I came to the casino, there has been a goddess. I have already felt this in my upper body. But this time there is another quirk. Just praying in front of the camera in the smoking room of the casino. Every time I say to the camera, New Lisboa, New Lisboa. If I lose money, I'm dead. On the contrary, you win me money. Those are my reborn parents. I'll call you parents first. My parents are going to win some money for me today, no matter what. Now that I think about it, I feel like a gambler will go crazy if he becomes addicted to it. But it seems like I've been possessed again. Keep losing. When my friend comes, I won 600,000. 200,000 left. He has been sitting next to me watching me play. Instead of talking to him, he was still chatting with the crooked croupier on the table. Oppose me occasionally. After a while, my 200,000 is gone too. On the other hand, my friend won tens of thousands. I'm a little angry. So I asked him, since you have feelings, why don't you tell me and watch me lose money? As a result, he nervously told me, don't worry. This dealer has actually been hinting at what I should bet. And everyone is accurate. I instantly felt that he was out of his mind. But he spoke plausibly. So I told the dealer to smile. The buck-toothed croupier smiled. He said, look at our money. I pressed 20,000. Xian wins directly at 9 points. I felt strange and asked my friend why the dealer was in your way. He said the secret must not be revealed. Follow his crooked. Pressed 5 times. Win 20,000. Won 150,000. He won 30,000. The buck-toothed croupier is unfortunately going to get off work. So we ran to the smoking room. Friends light cigarettes. Tell me slowly. The croupier shows his gums when he smiles. Because he is from the casino. So the banker wins. if you don't show your gums. So you can win easily. I really broke out in a cold sweat when I heard that. If he had told me earlier that this was how he won, I definitely won't follow him. It's getting late. My friend doesn't like gambling with these chips. To him they are just some children's toys. He said, "I'll take you to a good place." So cool. It's been a tiring day indeed. It's time to relax. This friend called Yang Xiao's family to run a mahogany furniture business. Well-off family. Live and drink all day long. But it's basically just a joke. Not a womanizer. Boys are rich and playful. This is all normal. Eating, drinking and having fun is everything in his life. No bad habits. Not easy to gamble. Especially if you don't touch fans. Keep yourself clean. He should be regarded as the best man among young masters. Yang Xiao said he would take me to see a show. Experience Macau's nightlife. You won't do anything bad if you follow him. I will happily go. 7 p.m. Macau is already in full bloom. All the performing arts venues are singing and dancing. Men who have refreshed their spirits also stretch out their bodies. Dress neatly. Eager to try. Began their nightlife. Spend money like water after winning money. Anyway, I won. Not distressed. It doesn't matter if you lose money. Anyway, we have lost. Why treat yourself badly? There are already performances in Lisboa. Never say crazy. The Paris Ballet is the oldest stage in Macau. The performance is irritating. But never vulgar. The actors are all from Europe. Gorgeous young girls from Australia and the United States. The dance they performed was lively and unrestrained. All performances will be updated every once in a while. But the Phantom Sea Mermaid, French Can-Can and other programs are performed for a long time. Yang Xiao takes me to the Golden Dragon Hotel. Change the stage. Watch a show. A performance that changed the stage. It's the legendary 8-Power Allied Forces. You are absolutely not allowed to take photos with your mobile phone there. It's even more impossible to imagine clearly. Be sure to show the atmosphere in the first 2 rows. Table dance and live performance. We enter the hall. My ears are filled with screams. A dynamic dance was being performed on the circular bleachers in front of them, which were already filled with white flowers. Under the illumination of the lights, the stage keeps changing colors. The dancers on the table were crawling and rolling on the stage, showing off their postures. They used the steel pipe suspension on the stage to perform aerial performances. They performed many difficult actions, including climbing to a high position with their bare hands, and then slowly hanging upside down by their feet. The bodies, looks and talents of these beauties are top-notch. One moment he was a nurse, another moment he was an officer, and another moment he was a student. 40 minutes later, the beauties walked up to the audience and asked for tips. As long as you tip Wu 10 yuan, you will get benefits, and then the beautiful woman will shout something in Western Chinese, "Thank you," and leave happily. The live performance will then switch to another revolving stage. The handsome men and beautiful women on the stage will do their best to stimulate the audience's hormones, make people's blood rush, and push the atmosphere of the scene to the highest point. It took an hour to stop, and all the men present felt ashamed. Calm down and think about it. It is really not easy for these women to make money. Like a sheep being slaughtered, I endured the pain and got a tip of 5 yuan and 10 yuan. It's really incredible. And for these few yuan, I still smile and serve sincerely. I really sympathize with them. Looking at them, and then thinking about the days when I spent a lot of money and lived like a zombie, I feel a little guilty. The dance is still going on, it's a loop, and it won't end until dawn. After watching the performance, the audience left this place of sensuality with their own thoughts. No one can tell whether this is a portrayal of the difficulty of life or a symbol of decadence and decadence. I was silent, not as happy as Yang Xiao said, nor did I feel that bad, but I suddenly felt a little lost in the mainland. This is a dark corner, but it is a microcosm of society. After reading it, it will really enlighten you, make you think, and shock your soul. Unknowingly, it was already midnight. After separating from Yang Xiao, he decided to go back to the hotel to take a rest. When I returned to the room, I felt inexplicably excited and listened to a song by Lu Han. For uncles, Lu Han may not be bright enough, but for a 19-year-old like me, I am really chasing stars like crazy. Since you can't fall asleep, instead of passively suffering from insomnia, it's better to stay up late actively. Anyway, you should still give it a try, and you may get unexpected gains. When I came to the hall, I saw a very pure Higuan, with endless blue eyes, the color of the brightest sky. I thought to myself that Higuan was not a vicious person and had no murderous intent, so he sat down and calmed down. It's really awesome. Fortunately, I brought a black coat. Putting on the coat, it's like putting on the gorgeous jersey of the god of gamblers. This is a new card table, with 3 piles opened in a row. I don't know where the feeling came from. 50,000 yuan was on the pile, so I directly asked Higuan to reveal the card. It was 4 points, without any pressure. I raised a bow, another card raised a foot, and then slowly raised the 4 sides. This time it was either 9 or 0. The 2 layers of ice and fire blew with all their strength and shouted, 9 points and 1 sword seal the throat. There are already 4 piles. I don't know where I got the courage to continue pressing the piles. 8 points and 100,000 points win the 7th place. 3 hands, another 109 points to win 3 hands and 6 piles in a row. Unknowingly, there were some scattered people standing behind me to follow me and press me. I already had 400,000 hands. Continue to press stakes, but lower the chips to 50,000. After all, there are people supporting you, so winning will be easy. When 12 piles were drawn, the seats were already full and there were a bunch of people standing behind. I continued to draw cards, and someone had already started betting 200,000 horses, but it still made me feel like I was particularly pressured when the cards were right. But sometimes you can't help but believe in evil, and this one is still pretending. I can't believe it. The 14th round was finally broken, and the record was good. I had a profit of 700,000, and I was getting closer to the goal of 1 million.